Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Patrick Murphy here, drinking a little homebrew. Yeah, I'm double-fisted. We just got some, this is a Cooper's Mexican Cerveza with a little lime in it, okay? Alright, and this is one of the state fair beers. This is the Falcon's Nest ESB. You know, it didn't really have much of a head on it, but I think it was in the keg, and I don't think it really had pressure as high as it should be. And this guy came out of the keg too, and hopefully he's more carbonated than he has been. Well, we got more to talk about both of these, but a little thirsty. Hold on. It's okay. It's an alright beer. You know, pre-hopped extracts. You can make a good beer, but I messed up that beer anyway. So I'll talk about that. Some folks have, or at least one person has commented on the last video I posted regarding the results of, well, not regarding the results, but regarding the recipe for the axe handle amber. Apparently, and I actually recently discovered this myself, just this last weekend. There's a 20-minute Amarillo hop addition in the Beersmith recipe, and it says 0 ounces. So it's supposed to be ½ ounce, and hopefully I have it fixed in the cloud. I haven't checked yet, but if it's not, go ahead and yell at me. I did try to save the recipe in both spots, so that will technically take it out of being a amber ale. It'll be a little too hoppy to be an amber, and you may pick up more citrus, but that is the recipe that went to the fair. And I think there was just a mistake, and I was printed out the recipe and was trying something out, and then forgot to modify the recipe. So that's that. But you know, you guys know, if you watched the last episode, you know both the beers from the fair got some ribbons. So I'm gonna read. We're gonna start with the ESB, which is the one I have here. I'm gonna kind of drink a little too, and you know, show it off as we talk about it. I'm really not a huge fan of that particular beer. I'm surprised it did as well as it did. Let me just find this. Okay, what we have here is the extra special bitter. So there's a whole, they give you two judges judge. They score you in different areas. And all these folks are BJCP something, okay? They may not be certified or recognized or whatever. There's a whole thing of qualifications, and I'm not quite sure what they all are. So, anyway. So, for the ESB, the aroma got 7 out of 12 points. Initial malty, well, this judge gave that. Initial malty aroma, right on point. I'm going to say it's right on point. Some of these people, you can't understand what the writing is. Also get some fruity esters, get spicy, peppery phenols also coming through. So, okay. Pale gold appearance got 2 out of 3. Pale gold color, which we can look at that. We can see that. We can agree with that. It's kind of a pale gold. The camera might make it a little redder. But pale gold color, slightly hazy. Yeah. Off-white head is very thin. Carbonation is moderate. I would agree with that. I mean, the head that came out of here wasn't very thick when I poured it. That is. Flavor, 14 out of 20. That's the part I was surprised it did better than I thought. That's about a C, if I'm right. Initial malt flavor has a low gravity note followed by an assertive hop bitterness Hop flavor is medium low. Get the spicy phenols in the flavor also. Mouthfeel, 3 out of 5. Medium light body with crisp mouthfeel from hop bitterness. Carbonation finish has a lingering dryness, but is not astringent. So, not astringent, that's good. Overall impression, 6 out of 10. So, I don't think you liked it too much. 6 out of 10. The hop bitterness is very assertive. Would like to see a little more malt character to help balance the phenols in the aroma, and flavor are not over the top, but they do detract. So he gave me 32 out of 50 points overall. Now, the next judge, this lady actually got to judge both of my beers. Aroma. She's not quite as descriptive, but she does a decent job, I think. 8 out of 12. Phenol. But she actually was a little nicer to me. But that's not a big, by a couple of points. 8 out of 12. Phenol, malt, some hop, some alcohol. It has some alcohol in it. Who would have thought the beer has some alcohol in it? I definitely get the spiciness that they're talking about, though. And I'm not a fan of that, personally. So, I don't know if I'll try to fix that beer or not. Appearance, 2 out of 3. Gold color, white off white head. Hazy and should be clear. Who cares if beer is clear, right? It really should be clear. Most beer is not going to be clear. Unless you're filtering it and doing all that stuff. Flavor, bitterness, 15 out of 20. So she gave me an extra point on flavor. 15 out of 20 bitterness, followed by malt, some phenols, and secondary taste. Mouthfeel, 3 out of 5. Moderate carbonation, slight alcohol warmth, decent body. Overall impression, 7 out of 10. Balance is to the hops. The phenols may have been from fermentation temperature, question mark. Total 35 out of 50. So they both said, you know, that those scores pretty much make it in the very good category. So that's cool. I don't think it's good, but that's cool that they thought so, you know. So I think, let's see, 35 on 132. I think ended up getting 34 out of that. Yeah. So that's the ESB, which did not rank in its category, but it did get a silver ribbon over. Oh, you can see that Iowa State Fair, Des Moines, silver award, amateur winology. So that is cool. Put that up. Next, we'll take another sip of this. Probably gonna end up dumping that. That was not much better, but I can tolerate that one a little more. So this guy did quite well. Well, better than the other one. This is the American Amber. The Axe Handle Amber aroma was 9 out of 12. Citrus, which that surprised me. I never got citrus on it. Malt in background. Appearance, 3 out of 3. Clear, lingering head. Nice color. Flavor, 14 out of 20. Citrus hop in taste. First taste. Malt sweet follows citrus hop. That's probably the Amarillo, that second Amarillo edition. Flavor, 14 out of 20. Citrus hop. Oh, wait, sorry. Mouthfeel, 4 out of 5. Carbonation, moderately high. Some alcohol warmth. Overall impression, 6 out of 10. 2 hop forward for style. Use either more grain or less hop for balance. So that was the mistake that happened. And they gave me 36 out of 50. So I should have left that half-ounce edition out, and I somehow had to kind of discover that I needed to do that and didn't, and I don't really know what happened so long ago now. So, if you're going to brew that beer, well, you can leave it in. It tastes really good. I really liked it. But if you really want to go for the amber, I'd say drop that half ounce. That's probably how that beer. My current plans for that beer are to split it off into 2 different beers. I'm gonna drop that half ounce and send that in. And so if you're out there and you're gonna go in the Iowa State Fair, don't put my beer in there. Don't put my beer in there. I'm gonna put it in there with a half ounce less. So don't do it. I know you want to. And I'm probably gonna try to make an APA and splash it with some more hop, maybe some more Amarillo or something. See what happens, you know. So I'll have to remember. I'll probably forget about all that by next year. Aroma 10 out of 12. This guy is the guy that cannot write worth a crap. I'm assuming graininess with some toast comes through. American hop profile of grapefruit / citrus is very evident. And esters. You'll find a lot of esters in my beers just because of the warm temperature. Usually you'll get some of that. Appearance deep gold, color very small bubbles from a long lasting head. 3 out of 3. Flavor 12 out of 20. So he actually did not like this beer as much as the other person. And actually it's kind of funny is because as far as taste goes, these guys were close, if not did not like it as much as the ESB, which really gets me. So 12 out of 20 on the flavor. Hop forward profile in both bitterness and flavor. Some malt comes through. Mid taste, mainly sweet. Finishes bitter / sweet with a lingering hop flavor. Mouthfeel 4 out of 5. Moderate body, well carbonated with some creaminess, pleasant and dry hoppy finish. Overall impression 6 out of 10. Really on the border of an APA and American Amber. No real flaws. Lacks in amber levels of American Amber levels of malt complexity. Well made and very drinkable. Try adjusting the grain bill a bit, and I ended up with 35 out of 50, which gave me 36 out of 50 points overall, because they just round up. Since one sheet was 35, one was 36, they take the averages and then they round up if it's a decimal, I think. So this guy got 2 ribbons, which I'm very excited about. Which means a lot of people can't make American Ambers worth crad. I'm just kidding. But we got there we go. They got silver overall, and it got a blue ribbon in the category. So first place. And that's a lot of you guys helped come up with ingredients for that one. And it's such a weird recipe when you look at the different hops. Tetnong, Amarillo, Saz. Kind of weird hops to have in an amber ale, or even have together. So yeah, I'm gonna make adjustments to those 2 beer, or to that beer, and make it 2 beers, and we'll see if it does any better next year. All right, on to the Mexican Cerveza. I brewed this months ago, literally months ago. Funny thing, this is the one, and I believe I have talked about this before, where I pitched the yeast and then realized the wort was still too warm. It hadn't quite cooled down. And so I was pretty much cooking the yeast. So what did I do? And this was probably within an hour. I dumped a crap ton of ice right into the wort. Went, no, we're going all out on it. Dump it in. You know, it's either going to be ruined one way or another, so let's try to save it. By itself, when I taste this beer, I get a little bit of butterscotch, so that could be a clue there's some diacetyl in it or something. It definitely tastes like a pre-hopped kit, which I'm not trying to bash on them, but if you get an old pre-hopped kit, they're not as good as a fresher fresher one, but it's all right. Put a lime in it. It's okay. It's drinkable. Hopefully with some more carbonation, it'll taste a little better. But it's all right. I don't hate it, but you know, I do. The last few beers I've done have been all grain, so I've had this this beer sitting for months in secondary. I even secondaried it, you know, just because I didn't want to. I wanted to keg other beers or the State Fair beers I need to get bottled and kegged. But this guy, he's all right. It'd be refreshing, you know. Hot summer day and all that. And it also makes Brett's Brewery and the mini brewer, the whole lime thing really aggravates them. So I like to show it on camera as much as possible here. Oh, look at that. There's a lime in my beer. Hey, you don't know what you guys are missing out on. And the lime helps filter out all the bad flavors that are probably in here. So I think I covered everything I need to cover this week. Cheers, everyone. Hopefully, maybe we'll see you next week. I don't know. Mondays, I have Monday nights open now. Possibly Sunday nights, unfortunately. But anyway, Monday nights open. So I may be doing more videos, more updates. I have a couple beer recipes I need to brew. I'll be brewing Brett's Brewery's rhubarb. Not his award-winning, not his first place winning strawberry rhubarb that he got, which I'm not sure if he was going to do a video to talk about that, but spoiler, that happened. So good job to you, Brett. And the mini brewer, he got bronze on a couple of his beers. Good job, buddy. So that's cool. And I mean, Brett got everything you could get at the fair. He won every ribbon, all of them except for Best of Show, which is fine. And he even lost. One of his beers got nothing. He won everything and lost. He got every possible state of winning. He entered 10 beers. Oh, jeez. Oh, but good job, guys. Good job to the IBM. I think we all did good. I got a couple. So I'm gonna brew Brett's rhubarb, and I got the hops to do the Northern Brewer Smash. I've done a extract version of that. Yeah, so I'm going to do all grain this time, which when I did the extract, I didn't actually buy the whole kit from them. I went to my local brew shop and kind of put it together. Had a little more malt in it, but I'm looking forward to doing the all grain version of that. And most importantly, doing the all grain version of, well, it's not the all grain version, it is the version of Brett's Rhubarb Ale. I've only heard of one other person brewing it, and he said that when he brewed it was pretty good. And I've tasted Brett's beer. I've tasted the Rhubarb Ale when he's brewed it, and it's phenomenal. Great beer. A lot of people wouldn't think that rhubarb in beer would be good. If you liked a little bit of tardiness, but it's not overwhelming. It's tasty. It's a good one to do. I have still a saison that I brewed a while back. It's actually still in a primary. I'm kind of going away from doing secondaries a whole lot anymore, just because I'm lazy. And I'm finding it's not really all that necessary unless you want clear beer. Then it can be it's a handy way to do that. Or if you add a lot of other flavorings or whatever. I'm just leaving it in there. And I have the Sand Dune Cream Ale in there. So I need to get those to kegs when kegs empty up. But I just filled one with Mexican Cerveza, and the ESB is still in the other keg. I have a third keg I need to work on. It has kind of an issue. But other than that, I think that's all I got for you this week, folks. Cheers, 17. And we'll catch you next time. I'm out.